Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a 30-year pro makeup artist. Wednesday night, I do Seint videos. I've been doing that for 3 years now. I also opened my Mature Makeup Masterclass. I shut it down just for a few months. I was going to do a huge relaunch, and right now I'm just doing a soft relaunch. I did add 2 new videos. One is how to know your undertone, how to find your perfect shade match with foundations. Of course, that doesn't necessarily apply to Seint. I really highly recommend getting a free color match just because cream makeups go on lighter than they look. So you actually want to go darker with cream makeup than you think you need for your skin. But yeah, it's up and running. I'll put the link today so you can buy the masterclass if you're one of those people that have been waiting. Okay, today I want to show you how to wear Seint in the summer. I realize it's only April. I realize that it's not hot and humid yet where most people live, but I wanted to get ahead of the curve. Today, what a weekend we had, y'all. We went to Michigan. My daughter was accepted to Michigan State. Her dream school was University of Michigan. She was deferred and then rejected, but Michigan State wanted her, and we went up there this weekend and we checked out the hockey rink and the skating team and the area and the dorms and all the things. And driving home from Michigan was rough, but not as rough for the people of Ohio and Kentucky and Indiana. We had to take several detours because of all the flooding, and it was like a 10-hour ride home. We were just exhausted. I'm a little exhausted today. I'm filming this on a Monday, just so you know. So today I thought, well, I'm not going to film makeup videos. I'm not feeling great. I'm too tired. I'm not feeling perky and happy. But you know what I did? I got up and, I put on skincare, and I put on this Elastin. Some of you probably are familiar with this. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's an SPF 36, and it is tinted. And let's face it, a lot of us wear a tinted SPF in the summer, or we'll wear an SPF with a skin tint over it. We want light layers. So this is what I've had on for most of the day. But now we're going to put on a little bit of Seint. Let's say you've worn that all day and you're going to go out at night. You just want to add a little bit more. Or it's during the day and you're feeling a little blah and you want to add a little bit more. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, I'm going to rehydrate my face. This is the Tatcha Rehydrating Dewy Mist because, I need it. You know what else I need is I need oh, thank goodness, my Vaseline. This is what I need because you know that I like to put it through my parentheses. Ignore this. I bought a cauterizing tool on TikTok Shop. I do a series on TikTok called things I buy from the TikTok Shop so you don't have to. Excuse me. Thank you. And it was this cauterizing tool called a beauty pen, and has this long nozzle, and you touch it to a skin tag or a mole or a milia and it gets rid of it. Well, no, what it did is it burned me. It cauterized me and burned me, but the little keratin ball is still in there. So if you have milia and you want to know how to get rid of it on your own, go watch my milia video I did a while back. I think I might have done it last summer, or maybe even did I do it in the fall? Watch my milia video, because the way I get milia, and I probably get 1 or 2 a year, my method is so much better than that stupid beauty pen that I paid 30 bucks for. And I didn't use it wrong. It's just, it killed the skin, but it didn't kill the actual keratin ball, which is inside the milia. And no, my milia is not from Vaseline, because I never put Vaseline on the bridge of my nose. This is where, see these dents? This is where my glasses sit. And when something rubs over time, you can get milia. So that is what happened. I never put milia way up on my nose. I just do my parentheses. I do the side pores of my nose because it kind of fills that in. Sometimes I do upper lip if I have noticeable lip lines. And then of course I always go under my eye. Okay, so we just have skincare. We just have the Elastin Skin Tint Tinted SPF. And now we're gonna go in with the tiniest bit. Do I have my eyeshadows? I do not. I put everything back. I'm gonna go in with the tiniest bit of my foundation. Now, I am Candlelit, and I'm gonna use a little bit, this brush. Okay, there we go. The brush, I washed it, so it's kind of like weird and stiff. Okay, I'm gonna go down my nose because we like a little foundation on our nose, right? And then I'm gonna go a tiny bit in between my eyes and up the middle of my forehead. Do a tiny bit on the temples where I'm hollowing out, where I have veins. Let me know in comments if you've tried Sculptra. 2 years ago, I did Sculptra in my temples, and I feel like it might have added some volume, and then you didn't notice the veins, but now that it's been 2 years, I'm seeing my veins in my temples more than ever before. And obviously, we're aging more and more every day. Okay, now I need a little bit. Look at this, just a little bit. I'm dabbing it. I'm just picking up a little bit through my cheeks. Not much. We're not putting on much. We want this to feel like we almost have nothing on our skin, but we still want to get that beautiful coverage and that beautiful glow. Oh, God, this is so pretty. I'll tell you what, everyone's freaking out about tariffs too, but most of Seint, I think our shadows are made in China, but most of Seint, it's all made in America. Now, I think the little pans probably come from overseas, but Seint is made here in America, and so we're not going to be paying tariffs on Seint, but people are freaking out over on TikTok. Small businesses, of course, they have every right to. But I think as we head into some really lean times in the next, well, let's just say the rest of 2025, I think it's going to get really lean. I know I have a kid going to college. I know I make less money in the summer because people are off traveling, and so they're not really on social media and they're not really watching YouTube. So I've got to really scale back. And it makes me nervous because I'm the sole breadwinner. My husband has just a little part-time job just to get him out of the house so that he doesn't lose his mind. But he got laid off and he's never been able to find work. It's all been on my shoulders the past 4 years. And it's a lot. It's a huge responsibility. So the fact that we can have our whole face in one palette is kind of brilliant. And I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot more people returning to that kind of makeup because of just the pinch everyone's going to be feeling. We can travel with it, so we don't have to have a different makeup for travel. Now this is not even damp. I didn't even dampen this, but that's okay. I've got that tinted SPF on. See that nice coverage? You can see that sunspot right there. You sure can. I did a Mandelic peel about a week and a half ago. So sometimes it makes all your sunspots a little bit darker before it starts to fade. It's also my driver's side. Now I wear high SPF to and from Michigan, and you know I wear it every day. I'm like religious about wearing SPF, but I'm gonna tell you, I feel like that might be from also being on my driver's side. Okay, so there we go. let's see how it looks close up in the magnification mirror. Oh my gosh, yes. It just looks like skin. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look heavy. It's just so beautiful. Still my number one. Still my number one. Okay, so let's do Demi. I think oh, you know what? My Demi brush is in my Michigan bag. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of peach. And if you've ever done Demi over Vaseline, you know how well that works. It's just beautiful. If it creases, it means you put on too much Demi or too much Vaseline or both. You should not crease. I wore this all weekend in Michigan, and every time I looked close up in a magnification mirror, I was not creasing. I'm gonna get that little red spot. That's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, I was so bummed because, you know, here I buy this beauty pin on TikTok Shop, and every time someone demonstrates it, they show how it takes your milia away. And I'm like, perfect. I can show women how to take, because I know how to take my milia away, but I can show women how to do it with this little cauterizing pen. And then they'll even show how it looks 3 days later, where it's kind of red and healing and starting to scab a little bit. And you think, perfect, no more doctor visits. Women can safely use Vaseline, and if they get a little bit of milia under their eye, they can use this little beauty pen. No, did nothing. Destroys the skin, it burns the skin, so yeah, you're left with a scab. This is 4 days later, but the little milia ball's still in there, which is what causes the milia, that little keratin ball. Like, are you kidding me? Okay. Looks good, looks good. You know we gotta do a little bronzer, right? Gotta do a little bronzer. I'm a bronzer girl, but especially in the summer, I'm gonna want some bronzer. Especially with my hair off my face, I'm gonna want that little bit of dimension. It makes such a difference, especially because I have a 5 head. You might not. Now, bronzer's not for everyone, okay? If you love bronzer, rock it. I don't care how old you are, rock that bronzer. If you're the type that didn't really grow up wearing bronzer, please don't let me or anyone influence you into wearing bronzer. If you have never really worn it, there's a reason you have never worn it. It's because you've never been drawn to it, right? People who are drawn to bronzer want that really warm, sunshiny, outdoorsy look, okay? You can also get a sunshiny, outdoorsy look with a beautiful red blush. It'll just look like you have this gorgeous flush of color on your skin. Bronzers typically have brown, orange, red, yellow. Those are all warm colors. Well, if you are cool skin tone and cool hair, if you have ashy hair or silver hair and you have cool skin, bronzers, it's gonna throw you out of your season. It's not gonna look like it all harmonizes with your beautiful coloring. So you can do this kind of dimensional look with one of our contours, and I highly recommend Ash. I love Ash. I wear it a lot in the winter, but now that we're going into summer, you know me, I'm always gonna wear Bella bronzer. Okay, I'm gonna do a little on the neck. I don't really like to do the jaw because when you're in person, you can always see some things on your jaw, and I just don't think that looks natural. Okay? Then you can always go back in with your blender, kind of blend everywhere you put it so that it looks like it's part of the skin and not like just sitting on top like a bronzer. See how that just all looks like one? So pretty. So pretty. Let's see. Oh yeah. I can't even see it physically sitting on top of my face. Like I cannot see it. I love it. Okay, I want to do a little bit of powder on my eyes because I'm going to show you real quick how to use a really pretty pigment. I'm going to do one of our pressed pigments today, one that I have not done before. I don't think I've done it, but we're going for just natural and pretty because I'm going to go make dinner and walk the dog, so nobody cares how I look. Okay, let me go get it. I use Sante because I mean it just really goes with those undertones of my hair. And I'm gonna mix it with something really different. Did I forget that too? Y'all. All right, I'm gonna have to go get something else in a minute, but for now we'll just do this. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little Sante. I also like Sante because I have a lot of, I'm shocked at all the veins in my eyelid and my crease. I had no idea I would have this many veins showing as I got older. I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan. I can handle the crow's feet, okay? I can even handle a sunspot because I'm working really hard to get rid of all that. But you can't get rid of veins as you get older. I think it's just part of aging. But please let me know in comments if you have visible veins, because I don't think all women do, but I certainly do. And maybe that's just part of my Welsh and Irish, heritage. We're just maybe more visibly veiny, but you can really see them in my temples and you can really see them on my eyes, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. 100% do not recommend. So let me know if you're veiny too. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. It's just a really nice intensity. Okay, so now watch what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back in with the powder. I'm always going back in with the powder and layering, right? So we're gonna take a little more powder and I'm just gonna go over everything. Because see how that looks more airbrushed than this one? Look. It's this powder, you all. This beautiful feather dust blotting powder. It is just, it's going to give you the most airbrushed look you've ever seen. See? Now we're nice and airbrushed, okay? And that's it. That's all I'm doing on my eyes. I'm not even going under my eyes, because I'll show you why. Always to think of fun colors like opposite on the color wheel, right? So here we have a color wheel, and this color I have has a lot of orange, even some red orange. Okay, so right here, so what's across from it? We've got some blue green. Okay, we got blue green. So what is going to be so pretty is this beautiful kind of a sky aqua, just the tiniest little bit on the eyelid. So pretty together. Look at that. See how that bounces off of one another, but it's still soft and pretty. You're not going to scare anyone with this because it's all blended so soft and pretty. I like to put on colors on my lids oftentimes with my fingers so that I'm really getting that like pigment payoff, but you don't have to. You can absolutely use a brush. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. Okay, now I'm gonna take this pretty little shimmery version, which is also kind of a light aqua, and I'm gonna go on the inner eye with it, and I'm gonna take it to kind of the center. See it? Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take it to the center of the eyelid. Look at that. Stop it right now. That is so pretty. Okay, and we're gonna take a little bit more right there. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love how that plays together. I love that. Could not love that more. Okay, now I could take Black Friday eyeliner, but I want a softer look, so give me a minute. But I love that together. That is so pretty. And of course, we're gonna make sure we're nice and blended. Okay, let's do lips. No, cheeks. Let's do cheeks. You guys ever use these, the Color Wow hair powders? I have it on today because, woo, my gray is growing in, y'all. You might be seeing a big change in me soon, okay? You might be seeing a big change. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I'm going to take Raspberry, which is such a pretty color that we came out with very recently. And, oh my gosh. That is so pretty. Why am I not using that every day? I'm such a freak for pinks lately. I'm loving pink blushes. Okay, but you might be thinking, well, Michelle, why would you pick pink with that kind of reddish color on your eyes, or that orangey color? Because it can clash. And I would agree with you, because this is kind of a cool pink, this raspberry. If you don't have raspberry and you are a summer or winter, you need raspberry ASAP, because look at that. That might be one of the prettiest pinks in our entire collection, okay? So listen, so I'm doing that because I love it. And then I'm gonna get a different brush. By the way, I like shape brushes with blush. I think it puts it on so soft and pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with some Hollywood, because Hollywood has that little tiny bit of gold, but now we've got that beautiful baby pink from the raspberry, and then we have the warmer pink and the gold from the Hollywood. This is Hollywood. Let me see if you can see. Can you see how there's a gold shimmer in there? Oh man, do I love Hollywood. It looks just like NARS Orgasm, which is why they made it. Seint made that to mimic NARS. And now you don't have to say the O word, because that's so embarrassing. Okay, love it. Love, love, love. Okay, we're gonna put that on the lips in a minute. But I just love a pink cheek. And with that little aqua, I love it. Okay, love it. All right, I wanna do a Victoria Beckham pencil, because it is my very favorite. I use it all the time, probably every day of my life. I use Victoria Beckham in Cocoa. I love them because they blend like butter, and it's just kind of a smoky brown that goes with everything. And it's dark. It's a dark smoky brown. Okay? And I'm gonna go kind of on the outer eye. Well, I guess I took it in more than I wanted. So you need that depth. With all these soft, pretty colors, you need that depth. Or I do, I should say. I love a nice, deep lash line. Doesn't have to be black, but a deep lash line looks so flattering. Not only in person, but especially for special occasions. I want you to think of Barbara Walters and, oh, who's that other blonde reporter? Forget her name. They always had a really heavy lash line, but then everything else was just really soft and pretty. And that's because when we emphasize our lash line as we get older, it kind of brings that attention back to our eyes. Now, if you can't wear eyeliner, then you know my trick of just doing something dark on the waterline. And if you can't wear anything on the upper waterline, sometimes it's hard to keep things on the lower, but the upper is a little easier because we can get it in between the lashes, and then it really does look like we're wearing eyeliner. Try it. At least try it and see how it looks, okay? Let's do my favorite lip liner in the world, Ma Beauty M1990. So pretty. I bought some lip liners at Ulta this weekend. I don't love them. I'm gonna keep them, but I don't love them. And that's because this M1990 is just so soft and pretty that anything else I put on, I just don't love. So pretty, so pretty. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of that gorgeous, look at this, raspberry. Oh, so pretty. I don't like a lot of our blushes on lips, but this one is a winner. Look at that. What a winner. And you know what? The cool thing is you could literally buy a little 4-pack and put like, if you have to touch up, you could put like 1 pan of your main color, your main foundation color, and do 1 pan of the raspberry. And you can touch up all day with that. Hold on. You can touch up all day long. Now I could put a little bit of Hollywood, but I'm not going to, because you know what I'm gonna do. Diamonds Are Forever, my favorite lip balm, which is warm, so hydrating, so pretty, gives a beautiful sheen without being shiny like a gloss. I love it. I love it. Okay, let me go find a mascara. See how the mascara with that Victoria Beckham anchors the eye? I have a hair sticking to me. So now I'm going to go in with this brush. I think it's the wash brush, or I don't know. And we're just gonna go down through the middle. Look at that. Do you see that beautiful diffused glow? Do a little bit on the side of the nose. Anywhere we have pores, you can use this powder. See how I still have glow, but I'm not like greasy? And then, you know, I'm gonna take my big Crystal Lee brush, which I can always put in the description. And now my hair won't stick to the side of my face. And it looks a little bit more airbrushed. I love this brush. Okay. I'm not going to use setting spray because I'm only wearing this probably for the next 5 hours, because I'm doing this later in the day. I usually take my makeup off at like 10 or 11 at night. What do we think? Isn't the pink fun? I love pink. Pink makes me so happy. It makes me feel girly and feminine, and I just love that raspberry. If you are a summer or a winter, you need that pink. And if you love pink and you feel like we don't have girly pinks in our collection, then get the raspberry and just put a warm highlighter over it. You could do rose gold. You could do one of the goldy ones, I forget the name, or you could do Hollywood blush because it's got that little bit of a gold shimmer. Look at that. I love it. I absolutely love this makeup. I feel so beautiful, and all I'm doing tonight is cooking dinner and walking a dog, but at least I'll be cute while I do it. I'm also gonna go make a video too on, I think, TikTok for my neck lifting tape. So let me know if you wanna see an updated neck lifting tape, because I've lost 8 pounds, and guess what? I'm getting loose in the neck. My surgeon told me do not lose more than 5 pounds, and I've lost 8. And I've got some loose skin on the neck. So it is what it is, whatever, you know, first world problems. But I'm so glad you're here. I'll put all the shades in the description with links, my Seint link, free color match link, Crystal Lee brush link. Anything else? Can't think. That's it for now. Thank you for being here. I love my Wednesday faithful crew. Y'all are so faithful on Wednesdays. And that's why I've decided just to keep showing up on Wednesdays. Now, I don't know if Wednesdays will be 100% Seint. It might. It could evolve over summer. I don't know, but I plan to always be here Wednesday nights and Saturdays. Check back this Saturday for a concealer hack. And until then, God loves you and I love you too. Bye-bye.